Hey everyone, here's a short little encouragement from John G. Lake's Adventures in Africa book, starting on page 16. It says, "One evening in my own tabernacle, a young girl about 16 to 18 years of age by the name of Hilda suddenly became overpowered by the Spirit of God. She arose and stood on the platform beside me. I recognized at once that the Lord had given the girl a message, so I simply stopped preaching and waited while the Spirit of God came upon her. She began to chant in some language I did not know. Then she made gestures like those of a Mohammedan priest would make when chanting prayers. In the back of the house, I observed a young East Indian whom I knew. He became enraptured and commenced to walk gradually up the aisle. No one disturbed him, and he proceeded up the aisle until he had reached the front. Then he stood, looking into the girl's face with intense amazement. When her message had ceased, I said to him, 'What is it?' He answered, 'Oh, she speaks my language.' I said, 'What does she say?' He came up on the platform beside me and gave the gist of her message. She tells me that salvation comes from God. In order to save men, Jesus Christ, who was God, became a man. She says one man cannot save another. Muhammad was a man, like other men, not a power to save a man from his sins. But Jesus was God, and he had power to impart his spirit to me and make me like God." So that is amazing. This girl was 16, young girl, 16 to 18. The Holy Spirit came upon her during a meeting, and then she started chanting in a language, that they didn't know. And then it happened to be that it was an Indian language that this East Indian man that happened to be in that church just heard the message in his own language so that he could hear that God was speaking to him. And this is just a really touching little story. And it happened to be that while this girl was praying in tongues, she didn't know what she was saying, but this East Indian did, and he was able to hear the gospel in his own language, hear the Lord actually speaking to him through the obedience of this girl. So that is just super encouraging. So I just encourage you all to continue to press forward in the Lord, speak with tongues, and follow the Lord's leading and follow the Holy Spirit and submit to him, and you will see signs and wonders like the Bible promises. Thank you all.